Welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy to have you guys here as always. If you're new to my channel, you're highly welcome. And if you've been with me, oh my god, you're too much. Okay, you guys are too much. I love you all. So my name is Glory, and today guys, I'm going to be discussing everything about sickle cell. And not only that, I want to tell you guys a story about what happened to a close friend of mine, a very close friend of mine, because of this same disease. Actually, this topic or this today's video is actually because of a subscriber that requested this video. Okay, so I'm doing this for you. Hope you're there. I'm doing this for everybody, but I'm also doing it because she requested. She helped me to think about doing this. Okay, so today guys, I am a bit sober, like I said before. Yes, inside my heart I don't feel good about like remembering this. I don't feel good. This particular guy I am talking about was very good. He was a kind and good person. He was down to earth, like very humble, very kind. I mean very kind, okay? Because I have noticed that many sicklers are always harsh because of what they are passing through, and also because of what people like, the way people are treating them. That's also one thing I want to say. Sickle cell is not something that you can contact just by shaking, relating, or sleeping and eating with them. You cannot contact it by being close to a sickler. You can only contact it if you can only have sickle cell if you were born by a parent who has either someone that has a sickle cell, like your both parents are sicklers, then you will have it. It's possible, okay? And or your parents are sickle cell trait carriers. In fact, what I'm saying is that you cannot contact sickle cell by physical touch or whatsoever, by being kind to them. But aside all these things, he was still very kind. He wasn't that like, he was not a harsh type. He was kind. And if you like, sometimes I would be like, what is that? I mean, what kind of human being are you? Even when he was in pain, like when he's in pain, he will still be saying positive things, okay? Like, forget it, we are used to it. Forget it, we are born for it. You know, all those things. Forget it, God is there for us. He's always that positive type, okay? He doesn't give into emotional breakdowns and all that, or being harsh to people based on what he's passing through. He was just very good. And another thing is that he tried very hard to provide for himself. Everything he was earning then was all to care for himself and nothing else, okay? Why? Because sickle cell disease is not something that you will have and you'll be free. No way. You need a lot of money to buy things, like to buy drugs, to treat yourself, to buy to take care of yourself. They need a lot of support, okay? So sickle cell disease, if you don't know, is a hereditary disease that is very serious, okay? It's caused because they have their blood cell, their erythrocyte is a kind of half in shape. It's not normal the way it's supposed to be, because of that abnormal matching from their parents, okay? So now they have half-shaped blood cell, which causes a lot of pain, because when the blood is circulating in their cells, in that blood cell, it doesn't have complete room to circulate properly. There's also clotting in their blood vessels. So because of this, they experience pains, crisis now and then. Another thing is that they have low hemoglobin, because their hemoglobin is not complete. It's not always complete. It's always low, and they experience what we call hemolysis. Hemolysis leads, that's a kind of destruction of hemoglobin. I don't know how to put it. It's kind of death of hemoglobin. It's normal for hemoglobin to live for days and die, but theirs always die off early, prematurely, because of that abnormalities in their hemoglobin. They always experience low hemoglobin, which leads to anemia. Okay, which leads to anemia that they always have. So a sickler will expect anemia. A sickler will expect crisis now and then. A sickler will experience a lot of difficulties, health issues, especially that pain, that unbearable pain that they have. Okay, it's not something easy. It's not something that I can explain just the way I'm saying it. You will not understand it. It's only if you are a sickler, or only if you have someone close who is a sickler. That's when you, like, if you have someone close who is a sickler, you will get to know a little about what they are passing through. But they are the only one who understands it. We don't know. We don't know to the end, to the core, what they are passing through. Okay, so sickle cell can only be when you are matching with the wrong partner. That's just it. Okay, even if you are a sickler and you are matching with someone that has, like, that's free from sickle cell, whether the trait, we have what we call sickle cell trait, the ones that have the sickle cell trait in them, and also the ones that have the sickle cell disease, complete sickle cell. Okay, we have two types of sickle cell carriers: the ones that have the trait and the ones that have the complete disease, which are the ones that always have pains. So if you have sickle cell trait, you are free from whatever we are talking about here. You won't have any pains, you won't have any health issues. The only way you need to do something is when you are selecting a partner. Even when you are dating, you need to be sure that you are dating someone that you can, like, if something comes out of it, you will bear it. Okay, that's one thing. Because if a sickler is partnering, you know what I mean by partnering. Okay, if a sickler is partnering with a co-sickler, like a sickler too, then there's 50% chance that they are going to give birth to children that have sickler, which nobody wants to be. Nobody wants to be a sickler. Okay, and they didn't choose it. It's just like that. It happened to them. So nobody should just stigmatize or differentiate. It doesn't make any sense. The way some people treat sicklers is not good. It's not good. This is one thing that my friend experienced. Many times he will go to places and come back, he will be explaining like that what he passed through in the hands of people. When they look at him, they'll be like, sit down, it's not yet your turn. When they knew very well that it's your turn, but they are like, who are you? Because they are always small in size. Many of them are small in size. Just like I said earlier, that it has two types or even more. Okay, so many of them are very small in size, so you won't even recognize them based on the way people act. Some people act, they look at them and will be like, sit down. They just ignore them, which is not okay. Back to what I was saying. So if you also have a sickle cell trait and you're partnering, I keep using the word partnering. If you're partnering with someone that has a sickle cell trait like you will have at least 25% chance of bringing forth children that has sickle cell disease. Okay, and there's also possibility that you're going to give birth to children. Half of your children might also have the trait, which is okay. We are not even concerned about having the sickle cell trait. We are concerned about giving birth to children that have sickle cell disease. Okay, we really have to avoid this. I think 9th or 17th June or thereabout is their day. Okay, I think it's 19th. I'm gazing, but I think it's 19th June is Sickle Cell World's Day. Okay, that's their day. So as I was saying, what we need to do is to educate our younger ones, educate ourselves, Educate anyone that you know that doesn't know anything about it. Okay, because it is very, very important. I know many people knows about sickle cell disease, but many doesn't. Okay, you might know it, but you can also educate the other ones that doesn't know it, including your children. Don't say they are too small. They are growing up, okay? They are facing a lot of things. So that they will also know that it is very, very important for, even when you are dating, find out the blood group of whoever you're dating. Even when you're dating the person, thinking that at the end you're not going to marry. I know that some people are like that. So you are dating the person and you don't have the intention of marrying the person. Also find out the blood group, okay? Because anything can come out of it. Even when your children are in school, you cannot predict what will happen tomorrow. So just educate them. Let them understand that sickle cell is something that doesn't have any cure. That sickle cell is from their blood. Okay, I hope that this video will answer the question that I was asked about the sickle cell. Okay, is from their blood. It's not from hormone, it's not from any other thing, but from their blood, okay. So another thing I want to say is this, that it is also very, very important for us to help people that have sickle cell, to support them the way we can, give them that support that they need. They need us to be kind to them. They need us to support them with money. Okay, because if you have sickle cell and you don't have money, you are really in a very big problem. Okay, you are in a tight corner. That's where you're going to be. It's going to be very difficult because sickle cell disease needs money. Sicklers needs to be buying like drugs that will build their hemoglobin. They also need to be equipping themselves, eating nutritious foods that will equip their body. They don't need to stretch themselves emotionally or physically. One thing that you think, I can carry this, I can do this, but they are not like that. They need, like, they don't have that strength the way you have it. They don't have much strength, physical strength to come and be doing all those things. But another thing that they always have is this. Okay, people that have sickle cell disease, many of them are always sharp. They are always bright. Academically, they are bright. Okay, that's one thing. But support them the way you can. If you have them close by, if you have them nearby, you just have them anyhow. You know a sequela, and you find out that the person doesn't have enough. If you have, help the person, help him or her, because they really do need it. And it's not their fault in any way. Okay, it's not their fault. You will live with a sickness that you don't know when it will be. I know that it's normal for everybody, but theirs is different. They don't know when the pains will start. They don't know when it's going to stop. They don't know anything. Okay, so they need money to be visiting the hospital and all the rest of it. They need help. They need care. They need support. Okay, so that's it for this video. I hope that this answers your question. Okay, I hope that this answers your question. So as I was saying, he actually was managing himself. He was taking care of himself, providing for himself, making sure that everything he needs is available. He buys drugs that will build his hemoglobin. He makes sure that he covers himself because they cannot expose themselves to cold weather. It's not okay. It's not conducive for them. So anytime there is cold, he will make sure that he covers himself, put on gloves, put on socks, and all these things to make sure that he's okay. And from time to time, he will go to the hospital. He also tries to treat malaria from time to time because that's another thing that they always have. Sicklers always have malaria. Okay, so he tries as much as possible to do all those things. But one thing is this: he traveled out where he was not used to that particular weather and everything. That's what I think. Okay, so he falls sick. He called me some days back before the incident, telling me that CCC or that he's not feeling fine, and I thought that it's normal now because that's what he always experienced. I didn't know that that was the end. and that's how it happened. Okay, so the essence of this video is to also like to educate about sickle cell. Okay, because nobody wants to give birth to a child and at the end your child will die prematurely. Nobody wants to give birth to a child and you'll be looking at them being in pains, okay, bearing series of pains. You know, it's not easy. What they are passing through is not something easy, okay? So that's just it. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, okay? Subscribe to my channel. See you guys in my next video. Bye.